Good morning, dear students. How are you? Hope all are fine. Okay, today we are going to discuss about the movement in animals and migration in animals. First one is movement in insects. So first, why do animal move for different purpose? They have to move from one place to another for getting the food, to get the shelter and protection. So movement is very important. It is not possible to without a movement. So first movement, let us see movement in insects. All insects have 6 legs. How many legs are there to the insects? 6, which are used for movement. Insects are different. Ants, grasshopper, cockroach, mosquitoes, like that. So each one, some differences are there. First one is insects like ant and cockroach. They crawl on their legs. Crawl means to move along the ground. తెలుగులో పాకటం అంటారనమాట. How they can crawl on their legs. And water insects like water boatman use their legs as oars and paddle and swim. Oars means used to row a boat. You know that how the boat can move by moving the water to backward with the help of a stick like structure. తెలుగులో తెడ్డు అంటాం. అది వాటర్ని వెనక్కి నెడితే బోట్ ముందుకు వెళ్తుంది, దాన్ని ఓర్స్ అంటారు. అలా లైక్ దట్ దీస్ ప్యాడిల్ ఇన్ ద ఇన్సెక్ట్స్ లైక్ వాటర్ బోట్ మ్యాన్ యూజ్ దేర్ లెగ్స్. హౌ దే కెన్ యూజ్ విచ్ పార్ట్ కెన్ యూ work as a oars? Those are legs, and this can helps to paddle and swim. Next one, grasshopper. So how it can move? It can move. Grasshoppers and stick insects use their long hind limbs. Grasshopper have the hind limb. Long hind limb means legs which are located at the back side of the body. Those are hind limbs. And it can helps for hopping. Hopping means you know that grasshoppers అంటే మిడతలు ఎగురుతాయి కదా. సో దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ hopping. అవి ఎలా ఎగురుతాయి? విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ లాంగ్ hind limbs. And some insects like butterfly, bees and housefly, they have only 2 pairs of wings to fly. So here 2 pairs of wings. So different insects have different organs to move. Once again, insects like generally all insects have how many legs? 6 legs. How many legs? 6 legs. So insects like ants and cockroach, they can crawl with the help of legs. Water insects like water boatman, they can use the legs as a oars. They can helps to paddle the water and swimming. Grasshopper and stick insects use their hind limbs for hopping. And insects like butterfly, bees and housefly, they have 1 or 2 pairs of wings to fly. So which insects use the wings to fly? Those are butterfly, bees and housefly. Okay, so this is the movement in insects. Next, movement in water animals. You know that some water live in water, some animals live on the land, and some animals live in the aerial animals, means fly in the air. Okay, now movement in water animals. All water animals swim by paddling and pushing back the water. So paddle like a movement of boat. The animals also swim by paddling and pushing back the water. So different animals use different organs for swimming. So in the water different animals can live. First one is fish. Fish have fins for swimming. Fish can live in the water, it can swim. So how it can swim? By fins. So a pair of fins help them to keep their balance, and tail fins helps to change their direction. Fins, how many fins are there? Pair of fins. బాడీకి అటువైపు ఇటువైపు రెండు ఫిన్స్ ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట. అలాగే టెయిల్ ఫిన్. సో ద పేర్ ఆఫ్ ఫిన్స్ హెల్ప్స్ దెమ్ టు కీప్ దేర్ బ్యాలెన్స్ అండ్ మూవ్ టు చేంజ్ ద డైరెక్షన్. విచ్ ఫిన్ హెల్ప్ టు చేంజ్ ద డైరెక్షన్? Tail fins helps to change the direction. Next one, frog. So frog sometimes live in water, sometimes live on land. So frog which their webbed feet to swim. So which part of the body can helps to swim the frog? Webbed feet. అంటే ఫీట్కి ఫింగర్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా, మనకి ఎలా ఉంటాయి? విడివిడిగా ఉంటాయి. ఫ్రాగ్లో అవి ఒక లేయర్తో, ఒక మెంబ్రెయిన్స్తో అంటించి ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట. దాన్ని వెబ్డ్ ఫీట్ అంటారు. వెన్ ఆన్ ల్యాండ్ దే జంప్ విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ దేర్ లాంగ్ హైండ్ లిమ్స్. వెనక ఉండేటటువంటి లెగ్స్ని హైండ్ లిమ్స్ అంటామని చెప్పాం కదా. విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ దీస్ హైండ్ లిమ్ దే క్యాన్ జంప్. కప్ప ఎగురుతుంది కదా, సో ఎగిరేటప్పుడు ఏది హెల్ప్ చేస్తుంది? హైండ్ లిమ్స్. అండ్ టర్టిల్ లివ్ ఇన్ వాటర్. So turtle have 4 paddle-like limbs. They are called flippers. 4 ఉంటాయి, ఫ్రంట్లో 2, బ్యాక్లో 2. వాటిని ఏమంటారు? paddle-like structure. These are called as flippers. These flippers can helps to push the water back. ఎప్పుడైతే వాటర్ బ్యాక్ వస్తుందో యానిమల్ ముందుకు వెళ్తుంది. దాన్ని స్విమ్మింగ్ అంటాం అన్నమాట. ఓకే, దిస్ ఈస్ ద మూమెంట్ ఇన్ వాటర్ యానిమల్స్. వన్స్ అగైన్, so paddling and pushing back the water. First one is fish. Pair of fins and tail fin helps to swimming. Next one, frog. Webbed feet when frog is in the water. On the land, long hind limbs for jumping. Turtle, 4 paddle-like limbs. They are called flippers. Flippers can helps to swim in the water. That is the movement in water animals. Next one, movement in aerial animals. Means some animals live in the air. So mainly, especially birds. So movement of birds now. Birds fly with their wings. You know that how the birds can fly with the help of wings. So these wings are actually 4 limbs. జనరల్గా యానిమల్స్కి 2 pairs లిమ్స్ ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట. 1 pair ఈజ్ 4 limb, 1 pair ఈజ్ హైండ్ లిమ్. ముందు ఉన్నటువంటి లిమ్స్ని 4 limbs అంటాం, వెనక ఉన్నటువంటి లిమ్స్ని హైండ్ లిమ్స్ అంటాం. దీస్ 4 limbs and hind limbs are modified as a hands and legs to human beings. మనకన్నమాట, మనకి చేతులు కాళ్ళు ఉన్నాయి కదా, అవి మోడిఫైడ్ అయినటువంటి 4 limbs ఏమో హ్యాండ్స్, హైండ్ లిమ్స్ ఏమో లెగ్స్ అన్నమాట. సో ఇక్కడ బర్డ్స్లో 4 limbs, వింగ్స్. హౌ ద బర్డ్స్ క్యాన్ ఫ్లై? విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ వింగ్స్. హౌ ద వింగ్స్ ఆర్ ఫార్మ్డ్? బై ద modification of 4 limbs. And wings have feathers and are attached to the breastbone to birds. So entire body of the birds are covered with feathers. Actually these feathers are attached to the breastbone of birds. And another special structures are there to the birds to fly in the air. The bones of birds are hollow. Hollow means there is no any matter in the bones, just they are filled with the air. So that can helps to make the body lightweight. That body lightweight of the body can helps to fly in the air. Suppose you take the bones of ourselves. In the bone marrow is present. That is the formation of blood cells forms the bone marrow. So that's why our bones have the weight. But bones of the birds are filled with air. That's why those are less weight. This feature can helps to fly in the air to the birds. And they have the streamlined body, makes it easy for them to fly. These are the special features for birds to fly in the air. So, do all birds can fly in the air? For example, you take hen. Is it fly? Ostrich, emu, kiwi. These are the birds. They are also bird, but they cannot fly in the air. Why? Some birds have large bodies but poorly developed wings. What is the reason? The birds like hen, ostrich, emu does not fly. Hen some height may fly. Ostrich and emu cannot fly. What is the reason? The large body and poorly developed wings. Hence, they are unable to fly. Examples of the birds which cannot fly are ostrich, emu, and kiwi. This is the movement in aerial animals. Next one, movement in land animals. Land animals means these are also called as terrestrial animals. Terrestrial means animals which live on land. So mainly for the movement they have 4 limbs. How many limbs are there to the land animals? 4 limbs. The 2 limbs in the front are called forelimbs. Already I said. One pair at the front part and one pair at the back, means behind. So front part of the limbs are called forelimbs. Behind are called as hind limbs. So remember limbs, 4 limbs and hind limbs. Some animals like horse use all 4 limbs to move. హార్స్ నడిచేటప్పుడు హార్స్ బఫెలో గోట్ ఇవన్నీ నడిచేటప్పుడు 4 ఫ్రంట్ 2 పెయిర్ 1 పెయిర్ బ్యాక్ 1 పెయిర్ ఉంటాయి కదా, అవి 4 మూవ్ చేస్తాయి అన్నమాట. అండ్ వైల్ అదర్ లైక్ క్యాంగ్రూ ఈజ్ ఓన్లీ దేర్ హైండ్ లిమ్ టు మూవ్ ఆర్ హోప్ అరౌండ్. క్యాంగ్రూ జనరలీ దే కెన్ జంప్. సో వైల్ ద జంపింగ్ విచ్ limbs they can use? Hind limbs. The limbs of human beings are highly developed. Already I said. So our limbs are modified as legs. Hind limb, 4 limbs as a hands, hind limb as a legs. So these legs can helps to stand upright and support their body, as well as for walking and running. While walking and running, we can move the hands also. Without movement of hands, we can't run and walk. So our hands and legs can helps to movement of our body. Next one, crocodiles, lizards, tortoise and turtle have short limbs that help them to crawl. Generally crocodile, they can live in the water. You know that flippers can helps to swim in the water, but when those are also having the limbs but short, they can helps to crawl. And snake, next one is snake are limbless reptiles. Very very important. Which animal does not have the limbs? What is the example for limbless animal? Snakes. And they crawl with the help of, but how they cannot have any limbs, but how they can move? They can crawl with the పాములు ఏం చేస్తా పాకుతాయి కదా, crawling. So how they can crawl? With the help of scales or plates which are present on the underside of their body. మనకు తెలుసు స్నేక్ యొక్క బాడీ అంతా దేంతో కవర్ అయి ఉంటుంది? స్కేల్స్ ఆర్ ప్లేట్స్. So with the help of at the lower side of the body is also covered with scales and plates. These can helps to crawl the body. And they also have the strong muscles and flexible backbone. పాకేటప్పుడు పాము ఎలా ఉంటుంది? కర్వింగ్. How it is possible? The long backbone, it is flexible. So that's why it forms the hoops. They help with the help of these strong muscles, flexible backbone helps them to move. Okay, this is the movement in land animals. Do you understand the movement in different animals? Next topic, migration in animals. Migration, what is the meaning of migration? Migration means the mass movement of animals from one place to another is known as migration. అప్పుడప్పుడు స్కై వైపు చూస్తే బర్డ్స్ ఈవినింగ్ టైంలో నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ బర్డ్స్ మేబీ ఇన్ ద లార్జ్ నెంబర్ దే కెన్ మూవ్ అలాంగ్ విత్ ద స్కై. సో ఓకే, వాట్ ఈస్ రీజన్? They can move from long distances means from one country to another country. Okay, that is called as migration. Why? What is the purpose to move from one region to another region or one country to another country? For different purpose. They are to get the shelter or to get the food and to get the breeding of their young ones. These are the purpose they can move from one region to another region. They can move long distance places to escape, to get the protection from the atmospheric conditions. For example, to our country, one type of birds can comes during the winter season to ourselves. That is Siberian crane. Kolleru Lake. At the Kolleru Lake, Siberian crane came from Russia to India, especially to Andhra Pradesh in West Godavari district. What is the purpose? When in Russia summer season started, they can migrate to get the protection from the summer region, hot climatic conditions of Russia, to migrate the India to get the cold condition when we have the winter. When we get the summer season, again they can go to their original place like Russia. Okay, so like that different animals can move from one country to another country. So some animals move long distances at certain times of the year. They travel in large groups. The mass movement of animal, mass means not a single or 10 or maybe hundreds and thousands of animals move from one place to another place. That is known as migration. Animals migrate to escape. What is the purpose? Harsh. Escape means get protection from weather or in search to get the food and shelter and to reach their breeding grounds, to get the young ones of their species. Here one example is given. Some birds like the Siberian crane, the great and the great flamingo. Two examples given: Siberian crane and greater flamingo visit India every winter. Migration is common in birds. So scientists use various methods to study migration. Rings and tiny transmitters are fixed on birds to track their moving patterns. So here what are the points you should remember? So migration means mass movement of animals from one place to another is known as migration. What is the purpose to migrate these animals? To get the protection or escape the harsh weather situations, to get the food and to in order to breed. These points you should remember. Dear students, our second lesson animal world also finished. So next class I will give the question and answers. Okay, take care. Bye.